Must-win games in the NBA. Cleveland tonight, Boston tomorrow. For the defending champs, how to shoot their way out of a historic slump. And now, the synapses in the great brain of Mr. Bob Ryan are blowing up. Maybe an elbow jumper and not a 27-footer, Tony. Maybe some miking drills. Maybe. Let's go around the horn.
Why you put us on the show together? Why?
I just did a Bob Ryan impression of Bob Ryan's face. Oh, my goodness. 9 episodes remaining in the life of this fine program, and today's panel includes Harry Lyles, Bill Plaschke, and 2 panelists who have shared over 50 years as columnists at sporting events, contributors on books, and the NBA-ABA rivalry, Mr. Woody Page and Mr. Bob Ryan. As always, an honor to have you all here, specifically for this first word. Let's go. Bob, your Celtics, you've covered them for 6 decades, and you've witnessed 2 hands worth of championships, but even more, no one on the planet more perfect to be here today than this precise point where we exist, where a team has played 96 minutes and is 25 for 100 from the three-point line. It's killing them. And you have said this for as long as this show has been on the air. You loathe the three-point shot. It's the bane of your existence. But it did get this franchise a championship last year. So, Bob, talk to me about the adjustments you see the Celtics needing to make to get square and win a game, at least, at the Garden tomorrow.
What's that word you used? Begin with an A? Adjustment? This is a word that is not in Joe Mazzulla's vocabulary, apparently. On the morning of Game 2, he gave a response to a question by saying, we just got to make them. He has no intention of changing his M.O. He just thinks, and in Game 2, they had plenty of open looks again. They didn't make them. Last year they made them. Most of the year they've had games. Ask the Knicks, opening night this year. They were bombarded by threes by the Celtics, okay? you live by it. I mean, sometimes you die by it. Look at the Minnesota Timberwolves. In Game 1, they were 5 for 29. They lost. Last night, they made over 40% of their shots from 3, and they won. Look, you're right. I hate the 3. It's the worst thing that happened to basketball in my lifetime. Nobody needed it. Nobody asked for it. It was forced upon us by Abe Saperstein in 1961, okay? Now, but we have to live with it. I have to live with it. It's not going anywhere. All right. Answer your question. They're going to make more in New York. I'll bet you anything. They
okay, I heard that after Game 1, and they actually met the same exact percentage, Bob. I've heard that before.
Well, I know. Well, that you think? Do you honestly? Do any of you think this honestly going to continue at a 25%?
All right, so you're not concerned.
Yes.
You're not really concerned.
Yes. I don't know. I'm not.
Okay.
I still want Plan B, but I know that Plan A will be
Harry
better.
Lyles Jr., please, the floor is yours.
I'm so happy to be following Bob up on this because I love the three-pointer. I love Steph Curry. He is one of the most enjoyable players to watch that I've ever seen. I agree with you, though, that this is something that I don't think is going to stick. They are going to make more shots. This team is shooting 13% below their expectation, according to Genius IQ, and it goes up to 16% on wide open looks. To me, those are a couple of bad shooting nights. And I know nobody wants to hear that, but Tony, you even said it in the intro. This is a team that won a championship last season playing basketball like this. They won 64 games during the regular season playing basketball just like this. I think if you're the Celtics, if you're jumping out to a lead, you got to keep it. I said on Tuesday, sometimes you do got to stop the bleeding and go to the bucket. They have those opportunities to do that. Because if you let the game get close, the Knicks have proven twice now in this series, they are going to make you pay for it.
But you're not concerned either, it sounds. Woody Page, I turn to you.
I'm laughing because 55 years ago, a man on this panel said to me, the three-pointer will never come to the NBA. It's stuck in the ABA. And he said a red, white, and blue ball belongs in the head of a seal.
You had that right,
so
Woody.
It is interesting that this year, the record in the league was set 1,457 three-pointers made, and they can't make any in the playoffs. That's what they got to do more often. However, Bob, they got to go to the basket. They can keep shooting those three-pointers, but that can't be the dominance of your game. You've got 2 guys that can go inside very well. I know you're missing your center. That's caused some problems in terms of the game in the paint, but that's what the Celtics got to do today. But the same thing, the Knicks are shooting the same numbers throughout the regular season at the three-point arc as the Celtics. So you're not going to win by beating them with a three-pointer. You got to beat them by playing better defense and going inside.
And Bill Plaschke.
Bob, your team is going down, and I can't be happier. I'm so happy to see the Celtics lose. I hate them so much. They are the first team in history to attempt at least 43 pointers and make only 25% in two straight postseason games. The worst shooting team in history. All they do is jack threes. That's all they do. They throw up threes. They have no shot of retaining. Only 4% of teams that are down 0-2 win the series. This ain't happening here because Missoula says they're holier than thou, and they are. They act like they're better than, but they act like they need to adjust. They need to go to the basket. They need to change the offense, but they can't do it. Missoula hadn't coached them that well.
Bob,
they're going down. I'm thrilled to say they're going down.
A team that was the defending champion. Never underestimate the heart of a champion, I believe is an expression you've heard before, would be given the benefit of the doubt. Do you feel this team has earned the benefit of the doubt? Do they have the look of a team that has earned the benefit of the doubt right now?
Well, you have to say, no, they don't have that look, but they do. And by the way, Bill, don't get the impression I don't think they should be going to the basket. Of course I think they should be going to the basket. I'm simply saying that there's no indication Joe Mazzulla thinks they should be going to the basket.
When it's all done this week, it's Saturday.
Mistake.
Will the series be 2-1 Knicks or 3-0 Knicks? Bob Ryan, around the horn to you.
Oh, 2-1.
Harry Lyles?
Gotta say that.
2-1.
Woody Page?
3-0.
Plaschke?
Every Knicks starter had a minus on a plus-minus, and they still win the game. Knicks will win. They'll go up 3-0.
We'll move on. Pacers-Cavs tonight. Again, must win for the higher seed. How to recover from being Halliburton and how to physically recover from the injuries is at the top of the Cavaliers' wish list here. Shoot around today. Garland, Mobley, Hunter, all there. But still, all three questionable to play tonight. Bill, the number one thing it will take for the Cavaliers to win tonight's game.
They had no shot. This series is over as well.
It's unbelievable.
So through all three guys,
how do you do this?
All three guys were in street clothes the last game. Mm-hmm. You don't just come off the bench in street clothes and make a contribution in postseason game. The Pacers are deeper. They had the best bench field goal percentage in the league. They're on a 40-17 run in the last 3 or 4 months. They're a better team. Indiana's going to win. They're a better team.
It's over, says Bill Plaschke.
It's over.
Woody Page, around the horn to you.
Well, first of all, I got to get three guys healthy and on the court playing again rather than in street clothes. Second thing, Arkansas once gave us a slogan, 40 minutes of hell, talking about defense. Well, guess what? The Cavaliers are going to have to overcome a full court pressure defense, a full-time defense that is being played by the Pacers, and they haven't done that so far. So I will say that they have got to overcome that defense, and they've got to get some people healthy playing tonight well on the court.
Harry Lyles Jr.
Yeah, I look at Evan Mobley and DeAndre Hunter being the two pieces here. We've seen some reporting that it looks like they're both still laboring, which is an issue, especially for a guy like DeAndre Hunter, who is basically out there as a defensive specialist. The one adjustment that Coach of the Year Kenny Atkinson had made the last game was that they started face guarding Tyrese Halliburton more. He had 24 less touches. It definitely affected his game. They're going to have that and a little bit more going into Gainbridge Fieldhouse, which is absolutely going to be popping because the Pacers did not expect to be up 2-0 at this point in the series.
It's about the health, as Bill said, completely about the health. They played the last game without